morning, good afternoon, good evening, good vibes, good energy, good people. It's your boy Mickey Fenty, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to this channel, you know what to do to this channel. Subscribe right now. Also, if you want to support the brand, it's inspiredbydreams.shop. And you can check it out. We got new drops that's in there right now. You guys go pick it up and support your boy. Okay, today's episode, I'm talking about marriage. Not just any marriage. Marriage in these times. 2024. It's not the same and it's not looking good. But what I wanted to add to this is marriages, it's more treating like business in these times. I don't know. You hear a lot of money talk when it comes down to relationships in these times. So I don't know. What we're talking about today, is it even worth it being married?
Mickey made it. Mickey made it. What you made, Mickey?
Before I say what I gotta say, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Listen, everybody is entitled into their own opinions. I don't see the reason to get married. It's just a title, bro. Getting married doesn't solve nothing. Y'all have a family before y'all get married. Okay, y'all got y'all family. Y'all in y'all own, y'all living together. What's next? You get married, bro. What's next after that? What y'all fail to realize, like, what's the big deal about it? World has everybody thinking you supposed to get married, or that's a must thing you got to do. Married people cheat. Married people gonna do it. Just because you married doesn't mean that nobody's not gonna cheat, bro. Everybody is their own person. People think when you get married, nobody's not gonna cheat, or everything is just perfect. Now, if y'all just religious about that stuff, then that's cool. But marriage, why get up on paper when you don't have it?
Welcome back. I talk a lot on my platforms about why I'm child free and why I'm also anti-marriage. But I'm anti-marriage for myself. I'm not anti-marriage for my friends and family. I just don't see myself ever getting married. Another reason why I don't want to get married is because I am not about to go through the BS that you go through in a divorce, right? Losing assets, having to divide assets. It is my own personal opinion that most marriages are going to end in divorce anyways. Most of them already have, if you really look around. I know plenty of people who are divorced. I know plenty of people who failed at marriage multiple times because they've been married multiple times. So at the end of the day, that's just not a risk I'm willing to take, right? And for the same reasons why I don't want to have kids, right? The number one way I can guarantee that I'll never be a single mother or a baby mama or whatever is to not have kids, right? You have to protect yourself from things. You can't control the law, right? I've seen a lot of people lose things, men and women, lose things in marriages and divorces that was very unfair. Especially if you've acquired things before you got married and then the financial situation changed between you or your husband or whatever. And then now all of a sudden you're taking this and you're taking that, even though it was mine. People will say sign prenups. I see prenups get thrown out all the time. Overturned. Depends on the judge. It depends on the state you're in. It depends on the judge's mood that day. It depends on who has the better lawyer. We know it's not what's true is what you can prove in court. And we know that spouses can have the better lawyers that knows the loopholes. And next thing you know, you're walking away with nothing, even though you worked hard for stuff. Same reason why starting a company and then bringing in investors and then they end up getting a higher percentage of the company and they vote you out of your own company. Oh my God. Every time I've ever heard anybody go through that, I got pissed for them. Which is why I would never, I would either sell my company outright or whatever, but I just don't see myself putting other people in a position to overthrow me from my own shit, right? I just have the mindset, right? I already think most marriages are going to end in divorce anyway. This is just one of the reasons why I don't want to get divorced. I got to keep saying that because everybody thinks that whatever I talk about in one video, that's the only reason. No, there's 1,000 reasons why I don't want to get married, and there's 3,000 reasons why I don't want to have kids, right? This is just one of the reasons. One of the top reasons, actually, right? I don't want somebody in my house. I don't want somebody to be able to take my shit, right? When we break up, right? I don't date anymore anyways, but when we break up, we can just go our separate ways. right? There's no dividing of assets. There's nothing. What I came in, I would just much rather you not have any legal rights to my shit, right? I don't want any legal rights to yours either. I can hold that same energy. We both leave with what we came with, right? That's just to give women something to think about too. Those of you who are contemplating getting a house with a man, I would never fucking get a house with a man and like own one. Have I rented houses with someone before? A couple people, both of my fiancés, yes, I have. But we rented, so it wasn't that big of a deal, right? But buying a house, absolutely not. And I plan on putting my blood, sweat, and tears into this bitch. Like, I'm literally going to have this house custom. It's going to be the exact square footage, the exact amount of acres, all of that. The perfect amount of rooms. I need at least 5 bedrooms. Yes, that sounds excessive to some people. But that's too bad. I still want 5 bedrooms. I have my bedroom. I have my dressing room. I'm going to have an office. I'm going to have a workout / dance studio, and I'm going to have a guest bedroom, period. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to go through all of that and then risk losing it. It's just not going to happen. So there's that. I just wanted to share that little tidbit and give you guys something to think about. Is it worth losing everything that you worked hard for? Is it worth risking losing your credit or ruining your credit? Things like that, right? It's not worth it. You're going to get divorced 9 times out of 10 anyways. It's like, why put yourselves through that? That's just my own personal opinion. I know people are going to disagree, but that is how I feel. And I just wanted to share that because that was on my mind today. I'll catch you guys in the next video.
The reason marriage makes no sense. So in order for me to prove that I love you, I have to sign a contract funded by the state to prove my love? Huh? I have to buy you a $10,000 engagement ring to prove that I love you? What? I have to spend 30 racks on a wedding with a bunch of people I don't even like? I don't like your mama or your daddy. I deal with that because of you. What? If marriage is truly about love, about true love, I don't need none of that. I love you with all my heart. I don't need no wedding, no ceremony. I don't need all your peoples around me to prove that I love you. I show it through my actions. No cap.
I don't know about the rest of my single folk, but every day single, I become less and less interested in the idea of a relationship or marriage. I've had my fair share of relationships. Some were okay, some were terrible. I genuinely just feel like there's nobody out there that I am compatible enough with to settle down. Maybe that's selfish of me, but I honestly don't care. I feel like so much of my life is centered around taking care of other people and not taking care of myself. When I think about my dreams for the future, it used to involve getting married, but I don't know if that's something I want anymore. I used to think being alone meant that I had to give in to the feeling of loneliness. And while I do feel that way sometimes, it's actually very freeing to be able to do what you want without having to answer to anybody. Maybe I'll change my mind eventually. I don't know.
What is a general understanding that y'all have of the purpose of a marriage in 2024? I specifically reference 2024 because it seems as if every year people are reinventing the wheel. Like, we just gonna make marriages less and less meaningful, and we're just gonna keep giving people more and more excuses as to why they should separate. Like, I'm just trying to understand, because all you hear from the singletons of the world is how rough it is out here in these streets to be single. Dating is so hard. It's such a struggle. People are so this, men are so that, women are so this. Okay, cool. Then you finally get booed up, find somebody you claim to be like locked and loaded with, like, this is my person. Okay, and then you wake up 2.5 years later on a Tuesday and decide that suddenly you don't like the way they chew their eggs in the morning. Like, we can't just keep telling people that it's okay. Like, you can't just keep putting your lives together. Like, do people understand that, like, marriages are not just about the two people in it? I feel like people are so selfish nowadays. You don't even understand. Like, if you have little people, offspring, children, yeah, they're involved now. If you have families that have gone, you know, up and down and through it with you and stuck by your side, like, yeah, they're in it now. Like, your choices don't just impact yourself. Today's society is leading people to believe that, like, It's okay. Like, no judgment zone. I'm judging. Y'all need to be judged. Like, there is a whole purpose and a reason and a meaning behind your vows. I really believe that y'all need to, like, a lot of y'all just need to, like, just date. Just date. Please don't get married. Please. I know. You know what? You can buy the jewelry. Buy the jewelry, okay? If it's about the ring, buy the ring. If it's about the party, have the party. Like, if you want to live together, please live in sin. Live in sin. Spare the rest of us having to go through all these stupid charades with you, the up and down to end up back where you started.
Marriage will be extinct by 2032. As you can see in the United Kingdom, more people over the age of 65 got married than under the age of 24. But taking age out of the equation, the number of marriages is the lowest since 1893 in 2019 and 2022, by the way. This article was written in 2002, and they said that marriage will be replaced by essentially serial monogamy, where people get into long-term commitments, break up, get into long-term commitment, break up, etc., etc. And 19 years later, in 2021, was the first year on record that the number of children born out of wedlock exceeded the number of children born in wedlock. And with new studies like this coming out every day, I'm starting to believe this marriage extinct by 2032 thing might be right. So what do y'all think? Do you think marriage as an institution is dying? Do you think it's already dead? Let me know.
Listen, for some reason, guys think that putting a ring on a woman's finger makes her your woman and your woman only. Sorry, buddy. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but she doesn't belong to you. It's just your turn. That's not your wife. That's our wife. She's for the team. She's for the streets. She's for the highway.
It's not that marriage is pointless. It's that women are no longer putting up with the bullshit. Because healthy marriage is a beautiful thing. When two people can communicate with each other, can grow together when life gets hard, can continuously evolve together, that's beautiful. But the problem is that more and more women are realizing that their marriage doesn't add value to their life. And marriage needs to add value to both parties. It's a mutual thing. This is not that men are parasites. Like, no, it's not parasitic relationship. It's a symbiotic relationship. But when it's only one party, aka the man benefiting because man goes to work, clocks out, man comes back to food on the table, even though his wife was also working, man comes home and puts his feet up on the couch while children are running around and his wife, who also worked, is running around after them. It's man who leaves their dirty boxers on the floor but magically finds it in a drawer clean and folded. It's man who thinks that being a father is considered babysitting and doing the mother of your child a favor. It's man who thinks their only job is to exist and bring home a paycheck and they should be worshipped. That's the problem.
You know, in today's society, most people don't really value marriage. They value having people at their convenience. Nobody has the discipline to stay with one person. Well, let me not say nobody. Most people don't have the discipline to be with one person. So they rather have multiple people at their convenience instead of settling with one, because many people have developed the spirit of greed. One person's not enough. One person's not enough. And that's the issue, you know, and we live in different times now. You know what I'm saying? The economy is drastically different than what it was before. Things cost more. You know what I'm saying? It's hard now for a man to just take care of a woman without her working. You know what I'm saying? And women now, women are making their own money now. It's just like people just treat each other differently now. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't feel like they need anybody. With people feeling like they don't need a partner, that just leads to people, like I said, just using people when they feel like it, you know? And hey, everybody's different. There's no judgment, but that's just something I've noticed. Marriage is not really a thing. Most people will shack up with each other for a while and leave, but I guess, you know, when you're not married, you know, there's no divorce involved, there's no paperwork involved, no one's involved, so it's like, I guess it's easier for people to just get up and leave instead of deal with the state. And I kind of get it. And sometimes I understand it, but me personally, I would like to be married. Am I in a rush to get married? No. You know, if the time comes and I meet that person, absolutely, I'll be very excited to spend my life with that special someone. But things are different. Things are way different. People don't give a damn.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is things are changing in these times as far as relationships, just the way it's been structured in the past. Traditional ways of loving someone and traditional commitments are not the same in these times. So I don't know. You guys let me know. What do you think on this whole marriage thing? Is it something more business-like, business-driven? Is it more preferable for the ladies, and for the fellas it might be a bad thing? You guys let me know. How do you feel in this whole situation? And do you still believe in marriage? You can leave it in the comments, or if you want to talk to me live on my morning shows, it's Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 a.m. Alright, love you guys. Until next time, it's your boy Mickey Fenty, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to this channel, you know what to do to this channel. Subscribe,